Hey guys, AntCap24 coming back with the second part of the man coverage beaters. And we went over the first one, how to use a specific route to beat mostly the cover one blitzes, but also some just basic man coverage, cover two man and whatnot. So today we're going to highlight my favorites as it comes to the Broncos playbook, just basic man coverage beaters. These aren't specific against just blitzes. You know, it's not something you have to get out of your hand really quickly, but it does give the ability to beat man and give you a plethora of plays to be able to do so. You know, if you're looking to beat man with the blitz, go with the first video, and there are some definitely plays on here that can help you on blitz ones as well, but I want to show you the rest of the mans as well. So we're going to break this up in two different videos. One's going to be single back and pistol, the second one will be gun. So let's go ahead and show you. Start off with the single back deuce. What we're going to do is just go ahead and call 4-3 cover 2 man to start off with, just to kind of show you. And I'll show you some plays are specific to cover 1 and cover 1 plays that press. So I want to show you that, you know, those options as well. But if it beats cover 2 man, it's going to beat cover 1 by the nature of the plays. Okay, so let's go ahead and show the first play and how we do it. Play is going to be called PA crosses. I showed you this as one of those beaters against the blitz, but this is without a blitz here. What we're going to do is we're going to streak the Y receiver and we're going to move him to the right. And now this is going to look like a run because you got basically two tight ends to the right, and you could definitely use this motion like we've showed in different videos of how to use the run. But what we're going to do here is we're going to cut off the play action and we're going to go across our body and throw it to B. Okay, so basically cut off the play action, move to the right, throw it across our body to the other side to the B receiver. The reason why this works, and if you can see, if your eye always goes to the goes to the right hand side, basically everything screams run to the right. You know, you get the motion, and you kind of lose the B receiver in the mix. You roll right, you're going backwards. I'm kind of talking as we're doing this here, but let me go ahead and show it to you without doing too much talking here. So basically, you know, by rolling right with this, a lot of people will go that way, especially with the X receiver, especially if you've used that in the past. Go this way. I like to go to outside of the tackles, throw it back this way, and just kind of a misdirection type play. Right, now we can do the same exact thing with a PAY seam, but going the opposite direction. Okay, so let me just go show you the PAY seam with the single back deuce, and here it is. Go ahead and pick the cover 2 man. Alright, so you can do the same thing this time. I'm taking the A receiver, motioning him to the left. Now you're coming back to the X receiver, same difference. Do this, and you're coming back this way. Okay, so this one could be a little bit quicker because of the way the quarterback gets his motion again. So let me just show it to you again. Move this over and go ahead and cut it off. And once he gets his feet, you can throw that ball really quickly. Okay, so that's how that play works. Another play we're going to show you is the corner strike and single back deuce. Now I'm only going to show this once. It comes in a lot of different formations, but I want to show you just this route works very well against I'll do nickel against man coverage. And we want to make sure that you utilize this in man coverage. Okay, it's these C routes. All I'm going to do on this play is basically block my running back and watch it. I'm going to go to the B receiver. As soon as he breaks, I threw that a little bit too early, but you can still see that if you mistime it, you're still going to be able to do the play. Go ahead and do it again here. And you are pass leading this to the right and down. This way you get away from that receiver. So that's the corner strike. It works really well against man. I'm going to go pretty quickly through the plays that are just routes, and then plays that take a little bit more explaining, I'll slow it down for you because there are a lot of plays in this. Okay, next play we're going to look at is the pistol, single back deuce pair, and we're going to look at two plays that take advantage of this close formation that's hidden here. So we're going to go, the first is the PA close PA cross, and we're going to go ahead against the same coverage here, and we're going to get this to the B receiver. What you want to do is you want to don't change anything. You want that extra blocker with the A receiver, with the A player. But you do want to cut off the play action and get it to the B receiver. You can see that they all get really bunched in the middle, and then your B receiver is the only one that comes out of it. So watch. Goes out of here, cuts it off, and then with all that commotion in the middle, you're able to get that there. So with the close here, you definitely want to go ahead and utilize that formation for running to the right hand side, but then you can go ahead and mix it up, and you can see how that works right there. Okay, so out of the same formation, there's going to be another play that's a close play that's going to utilize a corner route. It's going to go to your tight end. I'm not a big fan of corner routes to tight ends because my tight end doesn't get much separation, but I'll show you this play anyways for the sake of I know it works. I can use it for my tight end, and you do want to use it to go ahead and keep your opponent off balance, that they have to cover both the corner and that cross route when it comes to this formation. So you're going to go to, it's actually the second tight end, which is the RB, and we're going to go ahead and cut it off, and there's the throw right there. Again, hopefully your tight end will get better separation, but on man coverage on a compressed set like that, that corner should be open every time. Just make sure you pass the lead away from the defender. Right, so the next play we're going to get out of this is we're going to go to single back dice slot. And we're going to go to one of my favorite plays that I use against all coverages. And that's going to be the PA stretch play. And we're going to go ahead and call nickel this time just so you can see. Alright, so against cover 2 man, your primary read, and you're going to basically not do anything else but cut off the play action, but your primary read is going to be your Y receiver. Y is going to get open first. If the user defender goes ahead and covers the Y, he can't cover the B as well, which will be about a 2-second delay as far as who's going to be open. So let's go ahead here, cut it off, and then we're throwing it to the Y receiver. That's going to be your initial player against man, and then go ahead here, and there's your B receiver. So both of them kill man. It all depends on which player you're targeting, which player they're targeting on covering, but you can see that both work. Okay, next play we're going to look at is the flanker drive play out of the dice slot. Now this play is unique because you get a lot of times the let me show it to you first, and I'll explain to you. There's flanker drive right there. Let's go ahead and grab the cover 2 man. Right. So a lot of times what happens is what I do is I put the RB on a swing to the right, and what happens a lot is the two players collide. The player that is covering the B and the guy who's going to cover the RB collide, and it's a quick pass to the B receiver. If they don't collide, it'll take about an extra second for him to get open, but look for the collision on this play, and when they collide, throw it to the B receiver. Let's see if we can see if it works here. Okay, go ahead here. They collide, and you throw the ball underneath. So this is a really easy first down type play. I'll show you if you didn't catch it on the collision here, so you can see it again. By putting the running back on a swing right on against man coverage, watch the cornerback and that guy collide right there. See how they hit each other? It's like because of the auto motion, they basically are in a perfect spot to get hit, and that's when I throw it right there. Give yourself, that's an easy 7 yards, but I'm calling this on 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 type play. So just swing your running back to the right, let them do the auto motion, see if they collide, and then you go through there. Okay, so that's how you kind of run that against a man coverage type deal. Now the next play is another one of my favorites, and I want to show you this against cover 2 man, and I also want to show you this against cover ones, and show you different ways we can make this work. Okay, so here wide trips, it's going to be the PA wide receiver in. What I like about this play, it beats zone coverages really well, but it also beats man very well. The first guy I want you to key in on is basically going to be the left receiver doing this dig route. And what you want to do is you want to cut off the play action, and he's going to beat his man to the inside virtually every single time. So go ahead here, cut this up, and on this cut in right there, just the way the route runs, that's a nice way of getting easy yards on on that dig. Now the next way we can do it is this post route right here on B. As long as you throw the ball at the correct time, it beats man coverage with a pass lead to the inside, okay? So let's go ahead and show it to you. Cut off the play action. It's going in, and now we're throwing it right there inside, okay? The guy just can't jump the route, especially if you got a big receiver like a Julio Jones. Basically, and you're pass leading it in, and you're just killing them there. It's a nice play to do it. Now on this play, if you see that it looks like it's more going to be like a blitz or a cover one type situation, what I like to do is go to this wheel route. Okay, so now watch here on the wheel route. And we're just going to call nickel, okay, cover one hole. Okay. Now, if you look at the cover one hole, you can tell that it's a little bit more of a look like that because it's got the high safety, those two. Now look at the RB receiver. He's able to take that one cut on that one strong safety and just go up the field. Okay, so that time I didn't do any adjustments with the defense. Let me go ahead and do what most people would do. You're going ahead and you're doing base line, you're doing a press, you're doing a pass. So basically, now if you look at who's covering who, that's how it would look, okay, on this set. Now there's different ways that they do different things, but look at the RB receiver here. It's just a mismatch, okay? And a lot of the times on any type of cover one situation, depending on whatever cover one situation it is, that wheel route really does kill it. Okay, so just keep that in mind as far as trying to beat cover one players. Let's see if we can do. There's a outside contain cover one, or sugar blitz is a cover one, right? Basically, it's a blitz, and we can go ahead and take this and put the pure wide receiver wire in. All right, don't do anything to it. Just basically go here. And you're throwing it over the top because that guy gets beat. Now, I had some better protection than I expected on that play because of the play action. Obviously, if they're coming in wholeheartedly on you, you probably don't want to do this play. But at the same time, if you see a lot of guys that go into cover one because you've been struggling on it, especially because it does kind of look like a cover three, you can use this play against cover three and cover one, and hope for its cover one and go for the deep ball, and then just settle for the cover three where it would be the post route. Okay, so let's move on from this play. Next play is going to be under the pistol ace. This is one of my favorites. It's called the corner post against man. It's such a simple play, but it just gets great separation. I personally like to flip it so that my number one receiver is running the route because he's going to be on the left hand side. I'm going to go ahead and run it against cover two man, and only adjustment is to block your running back so he's not in the way of the ball. And what you want to do here is go to your X receiver, and as soon as he makes that inside cut, he just has a lot of room. Nobody stays with him. It doesn't matter what it is. And if you look at it from a user standpoint, it doesn't scream like it's going to be an in route. It looks like it's going to be more like it's going to be a vertical type route. And at the last second, he goes, oh, wasn't paying attention. And the reason why that guy came in, guys, is because I blocked the running back. So you do want to make sure that you do watch for that. If you want to also block any one of the tight ends, they're not part of this play, so it wouldn't make a difference. So there you are, and you're good to go. Okay, so the other way you could run this play as well is the same thing: block your running back and basically go to the B route as well. After you've done the X, you can go right back to the B route because the B route's got the corner C route that we were talking about before, and that beats man coverage if you time it right and pass lead it. All right. Next play is going to be pistol ace twins, slot under. This is a unique route that's something that that's different because the double move slant. It's been a play that I've been using from day one that definitely kills man coverage. Also, it's your first receiver in that slot position, so that does give you advantage. Right here on the B, what I like to do on this is block my running back, and really the other players are not really needed for the play, but the Y and the A is nice to be able to clear off those safeties to give you some more room. You can also be play around with this a little bit if you want to, if you know it's man, to go ahead and basically move over one of your tight ends to basically make it look like it could be a run play. But just watch the B receiver. He does this little stop slant, and then he gets that huge separation on his break. So you do need a little bit of time. If you do want to block one of your tight ends, I would suggest it being the left tight end for extra time, because you do want that A guy to clear out that that safety on the right hand side. So if you block that guy just for some extra time, and then it gives you that ability to get some run after the catch, because of the fact that if you go ahead and you block the right tight end instead, basically, I messed that up. Okay, block the right tight end. It'll work, but you see how that guy's just sitting there, that one safety waiting for you. You just get a little less yards after catch. Okay, so that's how that play works. Let's go to the pistol bunch tight end now. Now, we all know that the way a lot of people run this, and I showed you some other ways to run it, and I'll show you just basically how I would attack man with it. A couple different ways. Let's just go with over to man here. Now, on the PA fork, I'm going to go do is put the X on a flat route. That's going to open up your B. If you put it on leave the X on its original route, I just find that the B sometimes gets caught up. So you just don't want him to get caught up, so you just put him on that out route like that. And so you go ahead, call this here, and as he makes that out, you've got that room, right? Now, to go consistent with the motion that I showed you, I also like to run the same thing with the X on that, do the motion, and now they're looking okay. And it's the same play, but it's just something to be a decoy, right? So we'll use that, and I'll show you how we work that in there. The next play would be the fake screen play, and I run this two different ways. But the way I would run it, as far as the most separation, would be this first way, and that's just to put the X on a slant. Okay, by putting the X on a slant, you're going to drive a lot of those players out of the way, and you're just going to go ahead and he's going to cut inside, and with that trail route, you're going to be able to get some good yardage. Now, I also like to do the same thing before, where I put the X on a flat, I do the fake to the left, and then you're still there. But you can see they sometimes get caught up, so it's less that time. Instead of a timing route, you almost want to make sure that you watch for what the defenders do. He does this. See how I'm saying right there? He's going to be open, but sometimes you have to wait a half a second depending on how they bounce off of each other. Okay, so that's just another way to fake them out on the play that we do the left. Now we did the cross drag, so I'll just go ahead and do this here with the left. And the person you're going to be targeting on the cross drag is the Y. But what I like to try to do is I take this X receiver, I move him over, and I put him on a smart route. Okay, it's already an out, but now I'm on a smart route because that's going to be a second player that we can throw to. Okay, so the first way we're going to do it is going to go right to the Y here on that cross. And then the second way we're going to do it is, instead of making him look like a decoy, oh, we got to do it here. Cross here, and you could, either way. I'd probably do the out first, because the out, in my opinion, it looks like that's, instead of making him a decoy. Now see how that DB stopped and then he went over? You want him to go over, okay? And then there's the out, okay? If he doesn't go over, and let me show you, just so that I can show you possibilities so you understand. So I put an X on a smart route. He plays the ball a little bit better, I think, if you don't stop. See, he stops right there. I'm going to hike it. He's in a better position sometimes to make a play, but that's why I actually let him settle on the second break. Okay? Now, I also like to do is halfback screen against the man. Okay, now the slip screen, the way I like to run it is to use the X receiver on a drag right, RB receiver on a swing left, and that against man you get the drag screen because he got caught up that time, but still you'll see. Let me run that a little bit better. What you'll see is they can't catch up with the drag, right? That's going to kill your man already, and he gets through, and now you got the convoy of blockers, right? So that works really, really well against a cover one blitz as well. Let's see if I got one in here. Yeah, overstorm, and you know when they send everybody in the middle, you know it's a nice way of being able to go right over the top, and this is like a home run threat. So anytime that you see a player trying to do a lot of those cover one, send everybody types, do that, and that'll slow them down real quick. You know that type of coverage, even if a base align, pass commit, press, you know. Even if they do everything that they normally would do, you go ahead and it's just a numbers game because everybody is coming at you, and then it's, you know, basically the rest of the routes are going to the left-hand side, so you're kind of killing it there. All right, so that's the pistol bunch. Let's go look at the pistol wide trips. This is going to look like this play is PA read. It's going to look very much like what we showed you on the single back wide trips with the PA wide receiver in. It's got the same type wheel route. So what we're going to do is put the PA read here. We're going to go ahead and what you want to do this play only specifically against is your cover ones and your cover one blitzes. So let's just do a cover one linebacker blitz, right? Or it doesn't matter, cover one hole. So go ahead, and what we want to do is basically, if you think that they're blitzing, just go ahead and max protect, because this play has those two players don't matter. The running back and the tight end doesn't matter on this play. We're basically using this RB receiver on a one-on-one with that guy, right? So we max protect, basically have the ability to get it, and see that time you got two routes. You've got the inside route or the over-the-top route. That time the guy stayed with it, which was not always the case. But that's why I like this, because you have the two routes. You have the B and you have that. So when you max protect, you know, you basically go ahead, cut this off. Again, there he is. That guy stayed with it. Let me show you on. Actually, you know what? Because I didn't press it. All right. So we got a presser here, and I'm going to max protect to be able to stop any type of blitz. Take this off, and now once you got the press, that's when you're going over the top, okay? So that's just one of those plays that, again, if people get ultra aggressive on you, go ahead and beat them on that. If you thought it was, you know, if they press it, you're going to go to the RB. If they don't press it, you're going to the inside route to the B. So your first read is, can the RB beat them? Nope. Okay, let's go right to the B. So it's an easy read. It's really, if you have, even if it's a cover 3, even if it's a cover 2, that guy's going to be open that B route. So if you guess the coverage wrong, so let's look here. Let's look at a cover 3 press. Okay, so if you guess the coverage wrong, so right now I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's cover 1, and I'm looking to see if I can beat the RB over the top. Go here. My first thing is RB can be over the top. No. So basically, that was a different coverage than I was looking for here. It's not what I'm looking for. If you don't see that ability, and what I didn't do here, and I'll show you what I was doing before to make sure that it does work that way, is to put the A on an in instead of the max protect. So if you go ahead and you don't know what it is right now, it ends up being a cover 3 buzz press, which You think it could have been a man. You're looking at the RB. You huddle that in here. And now you're throwing it to that receiver. Okay, by keeping that A there doesn't let the linebackers go backwards. So if you do know, and because you do know that it's a blitzing situation, and you're going to want to go ahead and max protect and let them do this, and then basically read your player from there. Okay, so enough about this play, but you can see how it's a simple read which one you're going. And the last play as far as man coverage in the pistol and the single back is going to be the pistol trips play. And the play is going to be called comeback. Now, remember last time I like to use this this formation as my route swapping formation. So I already have Julio Jones in the middle on this play because that's where I would put him, my first receiver there for any route swapping situations, and I got my running back on the outside. So I'm going to do this play called PA comeback, and basically against man coverage, what you want to do is you want to put the A on a slant just to get him away from everybody, and you're going to utilize this B route's going to kill man coverage. Okay, kind of like what a 4 verticals would be, and you're just going to throw it underneath it and be able to do it. Now the play still works again if you reset it and now you're doing that route to the B receiver. If I was in that situation, I would move the A over to give that B receiver some more room to catch it, and you're going to have to lead him a little bit. I got caught up there, but it does work as far as that goes against man as well. What I usually do is actually I like to run it from the other side, but let's just go ahead and show it to you. And this time he's not getting the separation that I want him to. I normally run it on the opposite side with Julio where it goes flipped, and then Julio's the one that gets the separation. So you may need a better player to get the separation on that play. But let's go ahead and check it out here. Pistol trips, flipped, PA comeback, and we're going to go ahead and run it. And what we're going to do is we're going to audible it, reset it. Now you're going to the X receiver, and oh, I don't know why he stopped. That's the play there. It does work against man as well. I just need to, don't know why he stopped on that play, and basically he gets right underneath the coverage. So for some reason it works better right to left. It might just because Julio's a better route runner than Harry Douglas would be, but you can see the type, and it's a late developing play. It doesn't scream that same angle route that 4 verticals would. You know, right now you can't tell that he's making the break, and then when he makes the break it's too late because you're behind all those players if you're a user player. So that's the play. That's part 2 of the man coverage scheme. We're going to come back with the part 3 video, which is again all man coverage beaters with the gun.